Hi, my name is Richard Schleter. I'm an attorney that practices predominantly here in the Atlanta area. I went to law school at Georgia State University, undergrad at Emory. I've been practicing law for approximately 17 years here in Atlanta. Our firm, Childers, Schleter & Smith, it predominantly does medical device and pharmaceutical litigation. And I'm here today to talk to you about specifically the device that's been recalled, the DePuy ASR total hip replacement system. Currently, the company does publish and list as the failure being related to the device giving off levels of cobalt and chromium. If you've looked at what is being said by some of the educational seminars, some of which they have posted on their website, it's very misleading, and we believe in part and parcel the company is throwing the physicians under the bus and making them part of the problem with regards to this device. And what I mean by that is it's being discussed in the context of how the surgeon implanted and put the device in. And in that context, they're discussing the angle of inclination, or the tilt, if you will, of the acetibular cup, as well as the front to back angle in which the bearing or the femoral ball connects into that cup, the angle of anteversion. The optimal angles in which this cup is recommended by DePuy is 45 degrees level of inclination of the cup and 15 degrees anteversion. The company is taking the perspective that the reason that this device is not operating properly is that the physicians didn't get the correct angles. However, when you look at the data going back on studies going back at least 5 years, you'll see that there are many studies that are suggesting that physicians, first of all, cannot hit the optimal angles of other devices that have been predicted. One study suggests 80% of the time. So why would you design a device if you have a specific, very, very close angle that has to be hit in order for it to effectively work, when you know the majority of the time it doesn't? But also, what the company is not discussing is there very well may be issues in regards to the underlying design itself. This design went through an expedited process with the FDA. There was never any clinical testing of this particular device. It's shallower than the underlying device in which it claimed it was alike. It is nowhere near like the Pinnacle cup, in which it is told to the FDA that it is alike. It is a one-part cup versus the Pinnacle cup that was a two-part cup. It utilizes a different instrument when it's put in. There have been some discussions by some physicians that wonder if the sterilization technique of this cup, of hitting it with very large levels of X-rays, i.e. gamma rays, may result in a molecular level of causing free radicals to come off this particular cup. And also the tolerances between this cup are tighter. The number of microns between the femoral head and the acetibular cup are very, very tight. Any derivations in the manufacturing process put this device at risk for failure, as well as the device itself. If you have any out of roundness as it wears, or if it wears in breaking in, will cause a tendency, from what experts have told me, to cause it to give off very high levels of cobalt and chromium from just the friction. If you'd like to learn more information about the DePuy implant ASR and see other videos and find other information, go to hipimplantrecall.net.